Can y'all hear this or not? Do I need
Yeah.
to turn this off for a
No,
second?
No, I think you're good.
You're good, man.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Be good for TV.
Yeah, this will be great. I love it. All right. All right, so we're in the interview portion of the show. We're joined by a former NFL player, current Rough and Rowdy superstar, Pacman Jones, fresh in the salon with a fat dip in. Pacman, welcome to the show. How we doing?
How you doing, man? You know, you never know where you're going to catch me at. So y'all just caught me at the right place at the right time. I guess I'm sitting here with the dip in, get my hair done. I just watched the fight of me and Bobby right here just chilling. I'm just cooling.
What do you dip? What are we dipping now?
Copenhagen wintergreen long cut.
Has it always been the flavor, or did you move around a little bit, or what?
I had Grizzly at first, but Grizzly was tearing my lip up too much, so I went to the Copenhagen.
And Grizzly will do that.
Grizzly rips it up, dude. You're right.
A lot of fiberglass.
Yeah, 'cause I probably go through a can and a half.
A can and a half a day.
Yeah, I probably keep it in 20 minutes, spit it out, smoke one, rinse my mouth out, put another one in. You know, yeah, I go through probably a can and a half.
No, I don't see a spitter. You got a spitter there? Or what's
Yeah, it's right here on the side.
I didn't know if you were like a college baseball coach, just swallowing it, just living with it everywhere you go.
No. I ain't got to that point yet.
Now, how much chewing tobacco is in the NFL? Is that a common thing? If you go out, you gotta.
Yeah, it's a big common thing because you know you get fined for going to sleep in meetings. So that was my way of staying up in the meeting.
Oh, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, I feel like that's an offensive line room thing. I didn't know it made its way to the TV's room, man.
It's a lot. It's a lot of guys that dip. It ain't just offensive linemen. Most of the linebackers dip. Pretty much all the special team guys.
Have you been doing it since the West Virginia days, or when did you pick it up?
Yeah, my coach Gibby. Shout out to Coach Gibby. He was my defensive back coach in West Virginia, and he was like, "Man, how are you going to sleep?" And that's when I started dipping. I kind of fell off of it, and then I got fined so much in Tennessee. I started back dipping, so I didn't get fined.
Hey, what's up with the hair? Are we doing something new, or we same old, or what?
Oh no, we going business mode. You know, I did go a little bit more blonde this time, but we'll see it on Friday.
Amen. Hey, let's talk about those West Virginia days for a second, because you had such an electric introduction, I think, last Rough and Rowdy coming out with the Mountaineer helmet. Back when you left, it seemed like as soon as you left West Virginia, they went into this heyday of like the coolest team in college football, Noel Devine and Steve Slayton and Pat White. Did that bother you when as soon as you left West Virginia and all of a sudden it became like the coolest place to watch?
Well, we was already the coolest place. Maybe to you, but we was already like on a peak. I don't know if you remember, we was one game from going to a real big BCS bowl. We ended up losing to Pittsburgh that last game my junior year. And my sophomore year, we was pretty decent too. We won the Big East. But, you know, I was there. That was my senior class if I would have stayed that year that they went to the went and played Georgia down in Atlanta. But I don't think about it like that, man. I'm always thinking building something so the younger guys can come up and enjoy it. You know, we had our time. We had a great run. I think I left a stain for my name and the team that we played and when we was there. But I never look at it like that, man. You always hope for the best and wish that the teams do better than we did. You know, it helps us out if West Virginia wins the national championship, either if I was there or if I wasn't there.
Are you going to run back the helmet entrance with Country Roads? Because I got to tell you, that was one of the coolest entrances I've seen in pretty much anything.
I don't know. I can't tell you that right now.
All right. I appreciate it.
It's going to be some epic.
I appreciate it. How you feeling going in? Do you feel like, have you been you said you were watching tape earlier. Have you been training more? Is it one little thing that you're going to do differently? What's the thought process going in with the rematch against Bobby Lang?
Well, I didn't know the ring was that small.
Okay.
Last time. So when I was training in like a regular size ring. That's a big difference. When you get in the ring, been practicing in the bigger ring, you can run around a little bit more. But now I know what it is. So it's gonna be fun. I think I handled my business the last time, but with the things that I know now, I think I can stop him. I think I'll stop him in the second round. It might be early. We'll see how it goes. But I'm gonna take my time and I'm gonna use my quickness. But when I hit him, he gonna know I hit him.
Now, how does Bobby compare to, like, say, some of those great receivers maybe you had to match up against early, like a Reggie Wayne, or like you're going up against Bobby? Like, what type of competitor is Bobby compared to like what you're used to competing against with, like, you know, in your storied career?
If I had to put him in a category, I would say he's a linebacker. He's a hard-nosed linebacker. He reminds me of who would I say? Oh, what's the kid who played with Green Bay? Played with me.
Will Compton.
Who on the show with Pat McAfee?
Oh,
yeah, Clay.
Yeah, Clay.
Or,
No. AJ Hawk.
Other
AJ
long
Hawk.
hair.
Yeah. So he remind me of AJ Hawk when it comes to, you know, physical, fearless, but you know, everybody tough. So we'll see. I know one thing: if I can catch him flush, I don't think he can take it. He hit me one time the last fight. I think that was the strongest that he pretty much had. But we'll see. We'll see. You know, it's any given day. Anybody can be touched on any given day. So, but I'm eager. I love the fight. I'm looking forward to the challenge.
Was this always it? Like, you knew after football, you're like, hey, I want to get in the ring?
I knew. And it's bigger than this too, but I love this platform. I really need to knock Bobby out and then fight him again, and then pick who I want to fight on the platform. But I got a couple names of guys that I think that the people would love to see me fight. One of them a couple of them are ex-athletes, so we'll see.
If you could, obviously you'll save those for if you win. What about giving us?
I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win.
All right, I like that. All right, so when you win, you'll save that for that. But what about maybe someone? What about a wide receiver? Who did you? Who was your toughest competition? Maybe a Steve Smith. Who was always like, man, I got to really tighten him up today on this Sunday?
Steve Smith wasn't like, I know he got that one play that in cover 2, it was a coverage break, but Steve Smith never gave me any problems. Like, Steve Smith not even in my fucking top 5. Like, you got to realize the people I played against. I played against Randy Moss. I played against T.O. Even AB. AB is a better receiver than Steve fucking Smith. Who else would I name? Hopkins. Hopkins is a good receiver.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He's a dog. Odell, when Odell was in his prime, he was a dog. But like, you can name a lot of people, but I don't think and you got to realize, I did miss a lot of time playing against Steve Smith, but the game that I played against him in, he wasn't the issue. It wasn't like, I've never asked for help with Steve Smith.
Yeah. Would you like to see him in the ring maybe?
I would love to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I looked it up. So Pacman, we're the Chicago Sports Podcast, and I looked it up. I think maybe from what I saw, you only played us once in 2013, and oddly enough, that was like our best offense ever. What did you think of that team? That was our Cutler year with Brandon Marshall and Alshon Jeffrey. That was actually a decent offense.
What you said, I didn't hear you say it one more time.
Brandon Marshall, he must have been a tough matchup. Where does he rank with those guys?
Oh yeah, B. Marshall definitely up in the top. Big, physical, can throw you around. Be in top 10 with me. I would say top 10. For the numbers that he got crazy numbers too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then now, and Eddie brings it up as us being big Bears fans, you know, the huge story in Chicago, obviously Justin Fields, you know, is he a guy you build around, look like an MVP candidate?
Man, hold on. Can I stop you right there?
Yeah, you can.
Why in the hell are you saying the question like that? Is he a guy? Let me ask you this. In this draft class, who playing better than him?
Nobody.
No,
That's
our guy.
The year before that, you can keep going. Only the boy down in Philly. But we keep saying this like he's not playing good. Shame on the offensive coordinator not building the offense around it. He's not a guy that go and throw the fucking ball 65 times. But he's a guy that can win constantly every week if you build an offensive package around him. Before y'all got the receiver that y'all just got, y'all had fucking nobody.
Yeah. You're right. We like Darnell Mooney. He's solid.
And played our receiver and started with the Bears. So I hate when we sit here and we talk about like, oh, is he good enough? Now, if you talk about all the other quarterbacks, all the other tools they got around him, all the other quarterbacks, he didn't have that. He's just getting some.
So you are
And just
so
now-
okay. So you're in on Justin Fields.
I like that,
And just
Pacman.
now, like, and I don't want to throw the head coach up on the bus, but like, bro, come on, bro. Like, you need to figure out a way to make this your guy. All that other shit about should we draft, come on, bro. You cannot tell me that you can go. It's 32 teams right now. He's definitely in the top 12. We can name him. Is he better than Russell Westbrook right now? I'm going to say Russell Westbrook. Sorry.
Russell Wilson.
Russell.
Yeah.
Yep.
He is, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's go down the list. Is he better than the kid with the Falcons right now?
Yes.
Yes, easily.
Mariota. Is
Yes.
he better than Tennessee?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Coach.
Yes.
Yes.
Now I ain't gonna even say Jaguars. I'll leave him to y'all might be kind of biased on that. But his numbers is better than the kid down there in Jacksonville. Texans.
Yes.
Yeah. Obviously, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's keep going. Who I'm missing?
He's probably not better
San
than.
Francisco. Hold on. San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yeah. San
Yeah.
Fran for sure.
If he would have been in San Francisco wouldn't have lost a game.
Fuck.
You're
Think
right.
about that. Let's think about that now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Because Shanahan offense is crazy. Come on, bro. Like, are we really sitting here asking, is he good enough? Is that the question? The question is, why in the hell is the head coach not coming out and said, no, he's way better than good enough. We got to find a way to make him be successful. That's the big thing. That's what we need to be talking about. But we don't do that because he's a black quarterback. That's first and foremost. And I hate to put the little race thing out there, but it is what it is. The black quarterbacks do not get as much. Get way more scrutiny than the other quarterbacks. Now, Baker Mayfield is the worst quarterback in the league. In some kind of way, it just feel like he's never playing bad to nobody. If somebody say something bad about him, he's the most what did Skip say? He's the most
In a bad
treated wrong
situation.
athlete. Man, get the hell out of here.
Who would
But
you?
the numbers don't lie, bro. The kid is really good. They just got to find a way to put the tools around him to play to the best of his ability. He's not a guy that just sit back and throw the ball. He's play action, put him on the run, let him throw out the boot, double move on the outside, and then let him use his feet.
You think he'll be better than Lamar, or you think you still like Lamar better?
He'll last longer than Lamar
Yeah.
because he can throw the ball better than Lamar.
Yeah. I like that.
Well, I mean,
like
it's
that.
I like this.
Lamar totally really, like, if you really look at it, bro, he relies a lot on his feet. A lot. And without a running game, Lamar got to have a good running back to be successful. Because if not, you're going to play coverage and treat him like a running back.
You take him over Kyler Murray, right?
Hell yeah. Kyler Murray. Bro, come on, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, and Kyler Murray has got 200 and some big ones. And you cannot tell me, Kyler Murray had maybe 3, I would say, and I hate to say this, I would say 6 standout games since he's been in the NFL. I'm talking about where you be like, oh my God, like he's got a chance to be the next. But besides that, he's in between.
Mm-hmm.
He's in between. He throw behind, overthrow, ball late. Then you get him. He'll play good for 2-3 games. But that's a no-brainer right there.
Who's a coach you'd come out of retirement play for? It doesn't sound like Cliff Kingsbury's on that list, but is there a coach out there you love?
Jeff Fisher.
Jeff Fisher.
But he's not coaching, so that's impossible.
Jeff Fisher's a good friend of the program.
He's been on the show.
Jeff Fisher is the only coach I would probably come out of retirement for.
And what makes Jeff Fisher different? He's like a fisherman. He's a wild dude.
Me too. I love everything about him. That's my idol. That's one of he care about the players, man. He was a players coach. And like all the shit that I went through, he still kept up on me, stayed in contact with me, made sure I was all right, and even called Marvin Lewis with the Bengals to get me here. Like that started that process with Dion and Coach Fisher calling here to get me here.
Yeah. Damn. There we go.
Hair looks good.
It looks great, man. Wow. There
Hair
we
looks
go.
good.
Gotta
And
do-
now that's a time too. Like, that's a lonely time? You know, when you're out of the league, or when people not talking to you, or are people talking to you more because you need help, or like what was that like?
Oh, you know how it is. Everybody once the door shut, it shuts, man. And that's what the younger athletes need to realize. Like, once you retire, if you don't have a relationship with the owners or the GMs, like they're not calling you to come back. Like, it's the lights turn off once you leave out of there. But I would say Fisher was there when the lights turned off. DM was there when the lights turned off. Nobody else. Like, and I can go down the line between agents, friends, family, everything. Like, of course, my mom, but like besides that, nah.
What about Jerry Jones?
Of course, I got nothing but the utmost respect for Jerry. I love Jerry to death. You ain't asked me owners, but you asked me, you asked me coaches. But
Yeah.
I love Jerry.
Yeah.
Like Jerry it ain't words can't express how much I love Jerry. There's a reason why I still got 40 acres and a mule in Dallas. I'll leave it at that. But I love Jerry. Jerry is forever gonna be one of my tops.
And what do we usually ask this question to our guests as well? What was the first thing you bought when the signing bonus hit?
Oh, house and cars. We're from the projects, bro. You gotta realize, like, we were standing in the projects.
What kind of cars you
In the
bought?
projects. The first thing I bought was the house, though. I spent cash for the house, which was the best idea. Fuck the cars. The house was a good investment.
Mm-hmm.
I bought a Bentley, a Lambo, and a Cadillac truck. And my mom a Chrysler 300. So those was my first 4 cars. Yeah.
Are you still adding to the garage, or are you done buying cars?
No, I'm a car guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a
Rolls-Royce.
Subaru Legacy, 2015 Subaru Legacy, about 82,000 miles. Right now, make me a deal. I'll sell you the car.
Subaru Legacy ain't my style. I'm more like much like the Demon. I got the Demon, got the Trackhawk. I got a badass Smokey and the Bandit with an LS swap in it. I got the original motor to it too. What else I got? S63, S550, 2023 on both of those. Cadillac truck, Rolls Royce, Ghost.
There we go. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Is that enough?
That's a lot, Pacman. That's a lot.
Guys, been good, man. That's why I'm working.
Yeah.
I stay working.
Yep.
For sure. Well, thanks, Pacman. Thanks for doing this. Buy RNR.com. Great fight, big fight. I'm excited. We love watching Bobby, especially that first fight was so good. If you win, we're going to open the show with a nice dip of Copenhagen Wintergreen next show. I promise you that, all right? In your honor.
Go ahead and get the dip ready, baby.
Let's do it. Thanks, Pacman. Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it.
No problem. Thank y'all, man.
See ya.